Now I want you to notice this talk I'm doing with you right now is the third part of the two previous ones you're going to see, and I'm going to post them onto your page in that same order. Okay. Now what I'm going to tell you here is the exercise you see looks like a simple, ignorable, insignificant, unimpressive waste of time. But it isn't, because the motions you see are proportional to the small circumference size of your vertebra. So when you sit, you have restricted any further kind of movement to the point where the motion that's going to take place at the twisting of the waist is going to be determined by what I've indicated, and that is the small circular circumference of your vertebra. Focusing on that exercise at the right speed to match the rhythm of whatever music you're listening to, that a beat can be heard. You time it together, will strengthen your punches and quicken their muscular twitch more than you think possible by just watching, or from just watching that sitting exercise, performing those harmless, restricted punching movements. When you do it, I don't want you to punch real hard with your arm, because then you'll tire out before the vertebra will. And I want you to twist, totally focus on the twisting while placing the arms there at the right speed without too much force, until it feels like you're beating out the rhythm with your hands that you hear coming from the music. And that'll give you something to synchronize with twisting at the vertebra at such a small turn. You see how little it turns? Well, that right there, you're going to feel your vertebra start burning, and it won't go any further. You just make sure that you turn, and you're going to notice how during the exercise you might forget to turn. The idea is to teach your brain to keep turning that cylinder, because that's like a long pole. It's a cylinder. Your vertebra is a tube that turns. So you're going to treat yourself like a machine. You're going to sit there and you're going to oil your vertebra and the cartilages involved. It's an exercise that stimulates the spinal cord, the cartilage between the vertebra, and gives you more control over the muscles responsible for the twisting. Most of us go through life not even using those muscles there. And then when we do, we injure them and say, we got back problem. Get my point? Okay, so you focus mainly on the twisting. No matter what it tells you, no matter how much it tells you to give it all to your arms, don't. You just let your arms ride on the twisting, and then use them gently but fast to beat out the beat while not interfering with the twisting of the vertebra. As a matter of fact, if you do it right, the actual extension of the arm will help you turn the vertebra when you're really tired, but you still have control over it. The next thing you know, you're going to be saying, wow, this is stuff that has gone neglected and not noticed by others that work out. The next thing you know, their spinal cord is too thin. It hasn't even been used enough to strengthen. It's a different way of chiropractic manipulation. So I'm going to conclude now with this part, and I'm going to post the two previous parts. This is part 3. So if you lose your place, just remember I said part 3 here, and in the second one I said that it follows the first part, and the first part will tell you the second one follows. So you'll always have that guide. If you do this, buddy, faithfully, you're gonna feel a hell of a lot better than that day when you were punching the heavy bag and I told you that's it. Well, you're gonna suddenly discover that you yourself are gonna tell yourself that's it. See you around.